Gonna let it build up a little bit. Hope everybody doing good. Definitely want to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I know that some people got difference of opinions and views on the Mother's Day in general or holidays in general, but I'm gonna say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and aspiring mothers. I hope that y'all enjoyed y'all day, and well, at least this day that they have marked for everybody in this space and time. So, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to those who are grieving the loss of your mothers at this time. I know how that can be, so I'm sending healing energy to you all. And I hope that we all can start to appreciate the great cosmic mother a little more. Um, because when you look at it, we enter the cosmic gateway of the cosmic mother. So, we all come through the universal womb through the 12 zodiac signs. So, we all incarnate through this gateway, and we all have a star sign that we associate with. So, definitely want to give thanks to the great mother. And, this universal womb that we all come from is a reflection of the great universal mind, the one mind. Peace and love, Mythical. Good to see you. Peace and love, Sister Iman. And whatever takes place in the mind, it manifests in the womb for our mothers, our women, our sisters. And this is a great week for our women, or really all of us in general, to do some great reflection. Um, and that's why this week is going to be important that you slow down. Because, for one, you got to realize that your thoughts are magnetic, and that whatever you are thinking, you are sending these vibrations out to the universe, and it is acting like a boomerang, bringing these same thoughts, patterns, habits, or actions, people, situations back to you. So you definitely want to slow down and think about your thoughts. And one way that we can help the universal mind or the great cosmic mother to evolve the people on this planet, evolve the conditions on this planet, evolve your situations on this planet, is by that's right, getting some rays from the sun. One way you can help is by elevating your thoughts, cleaning up your thoughts. You know, because certain situations, you know, that you're holding on to is forming your reality, and that's why we got things like sinkholes. We got things like electrical shortages, food shortages. Uh, that's man-made, biological warfare, all these different things that all stems from a person's mind or people's mind. And so that's why it's very important that you clean up your thoughts, because nature do fight back, and when she fight back, she ends up wiping you out as a result. So today at 4:22 p.m., Jupiter is going to leave Pisces. Okay, the traditional ruler of Pisces. Jupiter is going to leave. All right, and it's going to go into Aries. It's going to retrograde back uh, late October. So it's going to be dealing with Aries energy for a long time. And while Jupiter in Aries is going to be giving you a lot of force to go out and want to take action. Jupiter is a fiery planet. Peace and love, Nubian Queen Shell. Uh, Jupiter is a fiery planet. Aries is a fire sign. And it's all about taking action. So this time it's all about manifesting the things that you desire to see in the summertime. Okay, so you're going to be taking action to manifest those things coming. Okay, um, and you got to be real careful, because this energy is going to make you want to manifest at all costs, but you have to be careful to realize that just because you want to do something and take action, you got to carefully think it out and plan it out. And that's why you got to look at your chart. Peace of love, Annie V. You got to look at your specific chart where Aries is and where Jupiter begins to move into those first degrees of Aries in your chart to see what you specifically desire to manifest. Um, and I say that you need to observe this carefully because Jupiter is one of the biggest planets in the sky. All right. It's one of the biggest stars that we deal with in our solar system, not the biggest. You got other planets that move in the solar system that they don't talk about. But um, Jupiter typically deals with philosophy, religion, fortune. So look where Jupiter is touching Aries in your chart. It's giving you more philosophical views in this area of your chart. It's giving you more um, fortune in this area of your chart. And this is what you need to really focus on, even if you want to, take on new spiritual practices. This is where Jupiter is going to be in the first degrees of your chart, where you're going to be gearing towards to look at that. Um, and you got to slow down because Mercury is also going retrograde today in Gemini. And this is going to be a period of reflection with this Mercury and Gemini. Now, Mercury is home, but it's going to be a reflection until June the 3rd. So this is where Mercury will go direct June the 3rd, but on the planet Mercury, it's still going to be a storm shower. So it's still going to feel like a retrograde. So you're going to want to make sure that you still continue to plan and reflect on your plans as you're taking action. This whole week, really gearing up to this eclipse, is all about planning, actions, and reflecting. Um, the shadow side to Jupiter and Aries is that you can get in a tendency to want to take on more things that you can handle. You could get in over your head with this one. You could actually get a big head because Jupiter is the biggest planet, Aries is the head, and this is where you're going to want to take on more things. This is where you can get cocky, so you got to look out for that. Um, and Jupiter wants to take action in Aries without thinking. Okay, so when you're going on your path this week, when you want to just take action, um, remember that you still have to plan. That's why Mercury is retrograde this time around, to help you to reflect. This is going to be a challenge because Jupiter and Aries can breed impatience because Jupiter wants to be free, explore, and travel, and it'll be sending those energies down onto us as a collective. But Mercury is the natural uh, opposite planet of Jupiter. And Jupiter, well, Mercury likes to do things with speed, but this time around it's saying slow down. Okay, it's saying slow down because there's a method to the madness. And now that Jupiter and Mercury naturally opposes each other, it's saying slow down, one is saying go fast. Now you have opportunity to act, reflect, think, and plan all at the same time. And it's probably not going to be best to take too many solid actions until uh, mid-June or even late June. You're going to be taking actions when Mercury come direct, but it's probably best if you just slow down and wait until this storm shower is over and wait until uh, all things clear up as far as Mercury, because this is a good time to use this period to reflect. Um, and then you also looking at this Saturn opposition to the moon that just took place yesterday. All right, so this week is going to be all about actions and reflections. Okay, um, being accountable and responsible for yourself will help the great cosmic mother to evolve humanity. And you say that you don't want to be ruled by all these different uh, foreigners. You don't want to be ruled by all of these different so-called evil people. Well, this is the time that you can take to do your part because if all is mental, these are thoughts that's entrapped in the universal mind and has to be sorted out. And it manifests itself through the universal womb. So if you don't want to create this reality or this perception of reality, then you got to clean up your thoughts. And that's our part to do. That's for all of us to do. Okay. Sometimes we want to rush into new things, especially with this Jupiter energy. We want to rush into new things because we got this battery pack, this new charge, but we still haven't completed the task that we're sent here to do. So this week is all about slowing down. And when you slow down, the benefit will be that you'll be able to check some of those negative thinking patterns. And this moon, this eclipse coming up is all about magnetism and attracting things to you. So whether you're trying to attract, to manifest something um, positive, that's fine. But you also still have to reflect on the things that have control over you. As far as these different strongholds that you might be dealing with, because with this eclipse energy, this is like an extended period right now, offering from the universal womb to get it right. And so if you really hone in and focus on those strongholds and replace them with other things that are beneficial, not just to you but to humanity, this is how we begin to clean it up. So do everything have to result in a physical fight? Sometimes those fights take place on different realms and in different ways. So it don't always have to resort to being physical. Uh, you got mental, you got a mental battle, you have a causal battle, you got different types of battles that we're dealing with. And the battle of the mind is the most important one. Okay, because somewhere in the universe we manifested these people um, being on top. We manifested us being at the bottom. We manifested the type of people that we're drawn to. So, in order to clean this stuff up, we got to clean up our thoughts. And that's what the universe is sending off these messages right now to do that. Because more and more, as you look at the news, I'm not talking about mainstream, I'm talking about the stuff that you can see with your third eye. You'll start to see that there's more earth being unveiled. The earth is so vast, but at the same time, uh, earth is also being destroyed. And this is why some of these wars that's taking place is over the earth's resources. And the earth's resources is being uh, utilized by the few and controlled by the few because that's a fragment of someone's mind, someone's imagination, and they're attracting more of that. So that's why you'll even see on a smaller level, some of our people will unite with other people who complain about other people or who talk bad about other people or who rather stay in the same condition and not change it because that's the thoughts that they're sending out. And they don't really see change. They find comfort in continuously doing the same thing. Um, so this is why it's important that we clean up our thoughts. So just wanted to share this with you all this week. Um, no major aspects that's going to be taking place Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, it is some, but none that's going to be as important as this eclipse coming up on Sunday because you got so many things coming on Sunday that's happening. So you definitely want to make sure you just clear your mind and reflect because some people are just going to take action regardless. And that's fine. But sometimes you could take action and you wish you never took those actions and it caused you to reflect. So that's why we're telling you to reflect now. So that's what this week is going to look like. I wouldn't even tell you anything else outside of getting prepared for Sunday and then past Sunday. So the battle of the mind this week. You got people like Bill Gates again buying up all the farmland. That's fear in someone's mind. So they have to correct that. All right, and that's what we all got to do on a certain level. Um, And if all is mental and you claim to be the true people of the earth, the aboriginal, indigenous, autochthonous, whatever you're claiming, well, this is your chance to show how truly connected you really are to the universe, and cleaning up your thoughts, sending out those positive waves. And not to say that positive waves is the only way. Sometimes you have to send out negative waves to affect things as well. So I'm not saying just be one way. You got to be balanced. And wherever you see a balance within your personal self or your natal chart, this is where you have an opportunity to balance that out in your mind right now, this week. So sometimes we get so drawn to the light that we neglect the dark, and the dark is also needed. That's what everything is born into, the darkness. Okay, carbon is dark, the pigment in the plants, the chlorophyll, all that stuff that makes it green, that makes it dark, is needed. And that's why I'm out here in the sun, getting me some of this great proton energy to help my mind get clear and get some more of this cosmic energy to clear my mind, get my mind ready for this eclipse. Peace and love, JL. So I hope y'all week's been going great so far. I hope all the mothers had a great Mother's Day. And remember, we have cosmic womb taking place every day, birthing new or incarnating new souls or ancient souls every day. So every day is literally Mother's Day, and every day is Father's Day. It's just we allow certain, they all have a different ancient origin um, that really stems from when our ancestors ruled and, you know, have a hand in this whole reality that we in now. So it all still leads back to you. So you all enjoy the rest of your week. Remember, focus on your thoughts. As a man thinketh, so is he. The kingdom of heaven is in you. And whoever shall know themselves shall find it. So it's all about you and your mind this week, the battle of the mind. So those little tests that you get from people, those triggers that you get from people, that's really supposed to help you evolve. You can't evolve if you don't fight. Okay, just like a quote that said, if you crack an eggshell, there's no true growth. But if the eggshell crack on its own, then it was meant to be. And that's how you got to do it. Don't look out for handouts this week. Don't look out for nothing. But you accomplishing your task, overcoming the hurdles, the obstacles, it's all mental. You put it here anyway, and it's all for you. So peace and love, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you again. Hotep.